Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and right now I would like to talk to you about walls and insulation again. And right behind me is a wall that I mentioned this in my very first video, the introduction video, as something that I would come back to, and I kind of didn't. So now I would like to come back to it, and it's a little sad because now the wall is actually more or less completed. But I would like to tell you what I've been doing and why this.
This is a bit of footage that was taken while putting up wallpaper on the wall, and this is my mom helping me out, and she's very good at that. Nice to have some help sometimes, but this is just to show what the wall looked like before it was completed. And we have this material that is quite fire resistant, that is covered, that covers the styrofoam.
This wall behind me is an exterior wall, which means that on the other side of it is the outside. So there's a lot of heat waste. It's a wall where the heat goes through and is wasted. And what I've done is I have insulated this wall from the inside. And this means that I've put on a layer of styrofoam, and on top of that I've put on a layer of a compound that is not flammable. I don't know what this is called, but it's like drywall, but it's a lot stronger than drywall. And I got a small piece that I can show you, and it's right here over the other side. Here is some pieces of it. And it comes in big plates. Like you can see the plates on the wall. There's a line right here, and it goes down. And over here there's another line. And they're about 2.5 meters tall and 90 centimeters wide. And that's kind of perfect for this room. But I have the normal wall underneath, and it's pretty much like this wall, even though this is an inside wall. And this is like there's bricks, and there's a layer of concrete, or the materials that you use when putting bricks together. And first I fix all these bad spots, and there were really a lot of bad spots on this wall, and it has taken a big while. And then to fasten the styrofoam, I've used the material that you use when you set up tiles, like in the kitchen, just to show you what I mean. There's like a concrete material that you use when you put up tiles like this, and it sticks really well, and it works on styrofoam as well. Let's see the styrofoam. The styrofoam is up here. Here is This is about 3 centimeters. I think this is 3 centimeters of styrofoam, and I have put 3 centimeters of styrofoam across the entire wall down there. And actually I've done the same thing up here, although I'm not completely done. So this is a great example of how this works. This is the really ugly wall. And you can see the bricks in here. And on the bricks there is styrofoam. And on the styrofoam is this. It's called fiber gyps. I don't know what gyps is called in English, but I'll have that for you. And here in the window I put styrofoam down here. It's just a layer that is there to insulate. And you can see this material that, oh, bad example, that's sticks on the wall. And it's really hard. But this is for the to fire improve the wall, because this is like, this burns like crazy. It's yeah, and it gives a really lot of insulation. You can have a really cold wall. This is pretty cold. I should really get one of those thermometers to measure temperature, because this wall is a lot colder than this wall, and that's because of the insulation. Although this wall is just one brick. This square of the roof down to there and over here and up is just one brick, where the middle part is 2 bricks. The middle part from down here and up here and over here, that's a 2 brick wall. So it is better insulated than this part. And even though I have insulated it even more, and I'm insulating this part of the wall as well, I have the problem of this being where the power gets into the house. And we have some other switches than is used in the US. You can probably see that these are not like the. This is the European standard, and we have 230 volts and we have 400 volts. 400 volts is used for the oven and for washing machines and larger things like that. You can get those for 400 volts. And this is for the water heater. When it's down, it's shut off. These are automatic fuses. So if there's a big load on them, they will flip down. But that's besides the point. Down here I'm insulating the wall with styrofoam, and I'm planning to styrofoam the wall and put some other material on it. Like if you've seen my insulation on the roof, I'll put this material on top of the styrofoam and I'll finish it off with this material. I've already made the pieces to fit on there, and here's another piece. Yeah, oh, this is not it. So this is how I insulate the wall to save on the heating. And I completed this wall downstairs. it's not painted yet. There's just the finishing material on it, but it needs paint, and it will be white, and it's the same material that this wall is insulated as well. And this wall is insulated as well. This wall is not insulated. And here you can see this is what the wall looks like. Yeah, this is not pretty. I'll take off the I can't remember what it's called right now. I'll remember that. I'll take that off and get into the bare concrete and put on the tile glue for putting on the styrofoam. But this is also an exterior wall, which you can clearly see. So it will be done on the same manner, and it will become as this one. And when you're putting in styrofoam in an old house like this, you need some more plugs. So on this wall I have 2 plugs over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs there, and we can go down and see how this is done. I think, maybe, let's see if we can see. Okay, here's the hole, and you can see the styrofoam, and in here I've put a thing for cables. This thing down there is a cable thing for putting cables in your house, and it's a bit clearer over here. Where there's a hole in it. The cable can go through here. I haven't put in the cable yet, but there's a hole for the cable, so the cable can go this way and this way. And out here there's a cabin, and down here in the corner, let's see if I can zoom in on that, maybe turn on the lights. Did that help any? Maybe just... that thing. That is where I can put in the cable, and it will be hidden away in this cupboard. And it can go up, zoom out, and it can go up inside the cupboard and all the way up on the first floor and over to the electric circuit breakers and stuff. So that has been quite a lot of work to get that working, to put in cables and stuff. A lot of the old electric installation has been done after the house was built. I think all the electric installations, so everything is outside of the wall, and it's really ugly, these old things. They're probably before World War II. Some places that are a bit They're a bit newer than that, but still old. Here's another example of old plugs. And actually, some of these, I don't know what they turn on and off. I have no idea. I know this one is the outside light. There's a light out there. And yeah. Well, that's beside the point. Back to the wall. Here in Denmark we use mostly built brick houses. And we build double walls, like we have one layer of bricks and then we have another layer of bricks. And in between them, back in the days there was nothing, but in newer time, sometimes after the 40s or something like that, we started to insulate the walls. So there will be like one layer of bricks here, and there will be one layer of bricks on the other side of the wall, and there will be about a bricks wide in between with room for insulation. And this house was built without insulation when it was built. So when I have exchanged doors and windows and stuff, I've put in insulation as far as I could come around the windows, inside the walls. The house has been insulated between the bricks. Sometimes back in the 80s, there were companies that specialized in coming and taking out a brick from the outside and pumping in insulation. But that insulation, it gets bad over time. It's not able to do so well. And so when I have exchanged windows and doors, I have put in more insulation. So this is something that everybody can do. Styrofoam is not very expensive, and the material for putting up the styrofoam, we can see it. I have a little bit. It's this material, and you can see on the picture that it's for putting up tiles. For some I can't say that. I'll have to Google that. Yeah, and you use a tool to make these lines so that everything what you put on it will have a really fast, good grip. Like I have the tool in here, laying on the table, I think. Yeah, this one. So you put on the cement and you run it on like this, and it gives lines. You can see the lines, and there will be lines like this. And that's when you put up the very big plates, the lines will help you so that the plate is kind of sucked into the wall and is tightened really good. And I use big screws to fasten the plates a little better. I don't think they're gonna go anywhere, but just to be absolutely certain. So just wrap this in again. This is about 3 times as expensive as ordinary concrete. Cement. Okay, I think that was about it for that. I'm really happy with my new wall, and it's gonna help me keeping warm in the winter. And I've already been able to feel that it has helped insulating the house. As you have seen, I use these cases to carry down wood down to the stove, and I have noticed that I'm carrying down fewer cases than I used to. When I bought this house, it was pretty normal that I had to get up 3 to 4 times every night to put on more wood on the stove. But after all the things I've done, I don't really have to get up at night anymore, because the house keeps warm so long that it's not really that cold if I do nothing. But I also have the heat pump to keep it warm, but also the walls and the ceiling and the roof and things that I have insulated, it really helps a lot. So I used to carry down 7 cases of wood when it was a really cold winter day. Now it's about 4 to 5 cases of wood. And it might not seem like a big improvement, but it is. It's actually a lot of wood, and it's every day, so it's quite an improvement. Zoom in, zoom out, focus. Okay, and I think that was that for this time, and thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my channel, and you'll see me again. Have a nice day.